Many of us have heard about someone we know having sexual relations outside of their marriage. But what if their partner was okay with it? A growing number of Americans are living non-monogamous relationships, whether you agree with it or not. One academic study published in 2016 says as many as 4% of the population is currently living a consensual non-monogamous lifestyle. But what about here in Lubbock? I was approached by a group of people here in town who wanted to share their story. And while this story may not be for everyone, we were asked to share it. Now their identities have been hidden to protect their privacy.
We somewhat have a secret society, but we have our own private ventures that we keep away from the public.
While Lubbock may be a socially conservative area, there's a group of singles and couples living a secret life behind closed doors.
And it really is an interest where you find, just like any other interest outside of your home and family, and where you look to like-minded people together and enjoy the similar things that you have in common.
They say while swinging may be something you might shy away from, for many of them it has helped open up their relationships both physically and emotionally.
If I'm steady telling my wife she's my queen, you know, she's the only sparkle in my eye, and you constantly telling her this, then there's no way that it should be jealousy there, because she knows that your heart is strictly for her, and the rest is just a playground. You play and you go home.
You're causing yourself to take a step back, where really and truly, if it's something that you desire, it's something that interests you, why reserve it out of fear? You know, where's the trust and the communication there? You know, the love too. Be open with your partner. A lot of, I guess, vanilla couples don't have that. They need to graduate into it. That's where we benefit more, is we can have that openness and that honesty to say, hey, I'd like to do this or that.
Experience other people. You learn new tricks and stuff that bring spice into your bedroom. Boy, do you know.
This group meets in a private space where they are legally allowed to gather, but that doesn't mean they don't live in fear of judgment.
Society is very judgmental. That's really the bottom line. Your friends and family may not be the ones that are looking upon you, but when you're out there in your workplace or your kid's soccer game or something to that effect, then you are, you know, it can be a stigma, so you want to keep it not harming your children, of course, and not affecting your workplace.
There are no protections against discrimination in the workplace over sexual preference in the state of Texas.
We just want people to see that we're still regular, hard-working people, law-abiding citizens. I mean, we're not, you know, just scary people. You know what I mean? We're still normal. Like, people can friend us. They may actually see that what we do in our private time or whatever may help them in their life.
Dr. Joe Curran is a researcher on sexual behavior and sexual health at Texas Tech, and he says there can be real consequences from living with that stigma.
It negatively impacts them to the point where it can impact how they perform their job. It can impact how they feel about themselves. It can actually, you know, with so much stress because of that, can actually affect their physical health. That's probably why they don't share that, because they're worried about that negative wave coming back to them.
Dr. Curran says this type of non-traditional relationship may not be what you would expect to find in Lubbock.
If somebody has this desire to, you know, in this case, have a non-monogamous relationship, we don't know all of the stuff that goes into the brain that helps people, you know, form their sexual desires and express their sexual desires, but we know there's different structures that dictate that.
Both Dr. Curran and the individuals we talked to say communication is key to a healthy and long-lasting relationship, regardless of your views on monogamy.
I think so. You're closer. It's a certain closeness that I never experienced before.
I don't know how you would build a relationship not having it built on solid communication. You know, open, honest, you know, being truthful with each other. So I think that if you're able to have that type of communication, that builds the foundation for these strong relationships that people have. Whereas you see when relationships don't work out, typically it does come down to some form or level of, hey, there was a communication break somewhere.